one thing I taught myself to do. No matter the problem, refuse to lose. So how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Karr, and I am now a former gymnast at the University of Denver.
And I'm Colby Wadman. I'm a punter for the Denver Broncos. Today we're going to be going through Matthew chapter 6 as Jesus is storing up treasures in heaven.
Yeah, so let's open our Bibles and turn to Matthew 6, starting in verse 19. Do not lay up for your treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
Yeah, we just thought this was applicable with everything that's going on in society today with the COVID-19 and, all the resulting consequences of that. We just felt like, it was good. It was just a good reminder that we shouldn't be finding our security in things of this world, whether that's our job, our savings, family, all these other things that, as you can see, just have been taken away like that with the coronavirus. We just thought, it was good just to go through this, just to, remember that we're really, as Christians, living for eternity. We're not living for right now. So.
Mm-hmm. And I know for me personally, a couple months ago, I had my gymnastics career come to an end. We were actually in the middle of practice when we found out that the season was going to be over and they were going to, cancel the rest of the season. And so I think that was a hard point for me because I felt like, I, as a senior, probably deserved being able to end things on my own terms. And so it's easy to look at things like that. I know a lot of you are athletes or are associated with athletics in some kind of way, just like how we are. And so when the season does end like that, or, a lot of people their jobs are, they got fired last week or different things or let go or, stocks are plummeting and all of a sudden we have big financial burdens that we weren't expecting. And so I think that a lot of us were probably storing up a lot more treasures on this earth than we thought. And so it's so important to take a deep dive into your life and, what are you living for? And so a lot of us have that mindset of the American dream. You save, you invest, you stock away stuff for later, but that's not how God's kingdom works. We should really be storing treasures for up in heaven. And so I think right now is a great way to just look and do a deep dive internally of, what are you investing all of your time and energy into, especially while we have the time to do it.
Yeah, and obviously, just going off of what she said, this really did make me take a deep, hard look into what I'm truthfully, setting my heart on and what I'm, worshiping, quote unquote, with my job, with all these other things going on. Because I've always been the type of person that, I put all my confidence into my training, into my preparation for football, into all these things, and I've made it this far, but even with the position I'm in, there's still so much insecurity in the job I have that I can't lean on myself. I can't lean on what I do. I have to lean on God and just continue to trust that no matter what happens, even if I do lose it, that I'm not living for football. I'm not living for the now. I'm not living just so I can, make a good amount of money. And for the 80 years that I'm on this earth, I just live comfortably. That's not what God has us on this earth for. We're living for His purpose. We're living to further His kingdom. We're living for what He wants us to do. And so it's just always a good reminder just hearing this, that my life and my purpose is not meant just to play football. It's to glorify Him, to further His kingdom so others get to see who He is and just, wait for eternity to get to spend time with Him for, obviously, eternity.
Mm-hmm. So this is always a good reminder and something we should always have in the back of our heads is what treasures are you storing right now on this earth that really aren't important. So thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.